we haven't talked about this as much with female athletes and concussions. We talk a lot about, the issue in the NFL. Obviously, that's an all-male sports league, and it's subject come up in motorsports a lot of times as well, which is very male-dominated. So the experience that Isabella went through last year, should that cause motorsports to re-examine safety protocols, particularly during a time where we're seeing more women, particularly at a younger age as well, getting involved in trying to find a career in this sport?
Absolutely. I think it has to make the conversation pivot to not just so much focusing on the male brain, the male athlete, but the female brain, both genders, because at the end of the day, we are seeing more female athletes come into motorsports. So we got this research now that's showing that there is a bit of a difference. I think it's a good opportunity, whether it's NASCAR, even IndyCar, Formula One, especially Formula One, they're going to have F1 Academy. Start looking into, okay, what ways could we greatly reduce the chances of a concussion? Because we know big thing is the hard crashes, the hard impacts. The sports, especially the major sports levels, have taken the steps. We got the safer barriers, the Hans device, the seats pretty much cocoon the driver, so there's not a whole lot of opportunity for them to move their head back and forth. But we still see hard crashes here and there. We could still have some more development when it comes to the safety features of the cars. Looking at the tracks, I know, for example, a lot of people find it very controversial, the sausage curbs, how to launch a car. That could be a big impact and could potentially cause a concussion. Look at, could we remove those? What can we do? Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to see their favorite driver sidelined with concussion symptoms. I mean, with Kurt Busch's career, unfortunately, coming to an unplanned end, that was really hard. And I think it really drives the point that regardless, the work has to continue, but I think we have to expand to all the genders now. You can't just focus on the male brain. You got to look at the female brain too, because of the difference. And the other thing too, I got to say too, the short tracks, your local home tracks, we know a lot of them still have concrete walls. They don't have safer barriers. They might try to have improvised ways to have a safer wall. We've seen sometimes some of them will have a foam pad. When somebody hits it, you got foam all over the place. Because Hickory, legendary short track, big impact, late model cars, they have a lot of safety aspects, but not exact same level as the higher up series. I think it's just something all motorsport series need to look into safety, but especially when it comes to concussion research, all genders need to be included now.
Joe, I just want to read what she put out on New Year's Eve on her Instagram and talking about her experience last year. She said, April 22nd, my world spun out of control, literally last lap, just past the white flag. I should have won, but instead, in a split second, I lost 8 months of my season and my life. Concussions aren't supposed to be this bad. Our cars and equipment keep us safe. Everyone's back in the car after a week, maybe 2, sometimes a little longer. And this was my first one, so how bad could it be? Well, mine was different. No matter how hard I worked or how hard I rested or how many doctors I saw, recovery seemed like it would never come. But why? While talent doesn't have a gender, the severity of a concussion can. Because of differences in our neuroanatomy and endocrine systems, females can have a much different outcome to traumatic brain injuries than males, directly affecting our severity and recovery. There are so many more factors involved than I ever knew. There is very little research on this, but it's real. So I want to share my story to help others understand. I'm so grateful and thankful for my amazing support system, my family and friends, and the best team ever at TRD and Toyota Racing for providing me the best resources, surrounding me and believing in me and never giving up on me. And to all my fans that sent prayers and love and patiently stuck by me, thank you. This year will not be lost. I've learned so much outside of the car, and it's priceless. So now it's time to put it all together. Everyone asks, are you back? Are you 100%? Yes and yes. My new normal is a little different now, but I'm as hungry and driven as ever. I have a season to make up and a lot to prove. So long, 2023. It's time for a new year. And that new year has already started. She's been doing some late model stuff, but she will finally get that chance to make her ARCA debut at Phoenix here in about a week and a half. And I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what she can do. I've heard a lot of great things about the work that she's been putting in on the late model side of things. And I think a lot of people are expecting great things from her in the coming years. And thankfully, she took this issue seriously and didn't try to rush it back. Yeah. And I think that she's going to be all the better for it. And hopefully we'll see some great things from her behind the wheel of the ARCA car in 2024.